Hello, dear ones. This is Alyce Dylan. You're at the Indigo Rose Lounge. I hope you're having a relaxing day. I want to speak to you about the importance of calm, the importance of getting out into nature to ground, to reconnect. We all have our preferences. Some people love the beach, others love the mountains, some are more forest people. And there's a real truth about nature heals us. If you're starting to see life in all its forms in terms of frequency, then you'll understand that. You'll understand that being out amidst a stand of trees has a real harmony to it. There's a frequency that helps to reorder the human experience. Same with beach, sea. Have you ever sat on the beach at night and just watched those waves come in and out and felt the feeling of that? Glorious. You really feel like you get a frequency bar when you go out into nature. It refreshes and revive and revitalizes you. Even just out on a meadow or in a park, that much nature all around you. There is something in that. There is something in that that cannot be replicated by any number of machines. So it's very important that, especially if you live out in a city, that you at least try once a week, once a month, whatever it is that you can manage, to get out and do an immersion in nature, the frequency of nature, the songs of birds, the breeze, whatever it is that you can access. And you'll find if you do that regularly, that the pace of yourself will change, that you will adapt and adjust and calm. There is something so fabricated about living in the city. And I'm not being prosaic. It's so many false structures made of false substances, crammed in false arrangements. Something genuinely inorganic about life in the city. Fortunately, normally we can access green places. At least go out into a meadow or a field and find nature. Best is when nature is living organically. And then there is a frequency of being out there that as an empath, as a sensitive, you'll really feel the impact of it. Just sitting in the middle of a field, and you extend your senses outwards and you feel the balance of everything. So the grass is doing one thing, the trees are doing one thing, all the creatures are doing another thing. Everything is busy, but it's a busyness that flows. There's very little conflict. There's very little in the way of something looking for its own benefit in spite of everything else. And nature has a really cleansing impact on our sensory perception when we sit out in nature and we hear what we hear. Because remember, when we're out there, our guards can be down. We don't need to bubble and shield and, not going to hugely impact you what the squirrels are feeling or what the birds are stressing about today. So we can just relax and let those shields down and feel around us and feel that life flowing all around us. So the question is, do we think there is the possibility that humanity will find a way to live that organically? I think we were on the way there, with villages and natural organic agriculture and people living and feeding people and other people providing. And people could really just follow their passion, their core competence. I think there is a future where humanity can find an organic way to live with each other. And I believe the scope for that, the framework for that is being created. And there will come a time where the biggest question a human being will need to answer is, what is your bliss? What is it you want to do? What is it you want to spend your days doing? Because if you can imagine that if humanity had all of its basic needs taken care of and all the basics had been provided, meager, not huge, just, your basics, you're living fine, you've got your food, you've got your transport, you've got everything else. Now, what do you want? What do you want to do with yourself? Do you want to explore science for the rest of your life? Do you want to find truth? Do you want to write? Do you want to create? Do you want to invent? Do you want to what? What is it that gives your soul joy? Can you imagine all the products that would come out of that exploration? Products that people genuinely put their heart and soul into. Oh, would that be a wonderful time to be alive when people are creating for love of it? They're making things because they love that. And you are buying things because you love that. Can you imagine what incredible heights can be achieved when people do things for love because they love that? And that's what I think we find in nature. It truly grows because it is its nature. It grows. It reaches sunward, it reaches lightward, and it loves it. And everything around it benefits from the tree just being the tree. And the squirrel will be the squirrel, and everything else will be itself, and in being its own self, in being its best self, everything around it benefits. And that orderedness, that rightness, is the frequency we find in nature that reminds us of how it's meant to be. And there's something beautiful in that. So head out into nature, lovely. See what you can find there. See how you can reconnect with the flow and perfection and beauty of the world as it just organically grows and loves and reaches lovewood. And as always, remember to love always.